I often get asked about the manoeuvres on the driving test and whether you fail for not completing the manoeuvre. And the answer is yes. If you can't complete the manoeuvre, you're going to fail your driving test. Simple as that. So it is quite important to do that driving test manoeuvre safely. So the manoeuvres that you're going to get asked possibly want to do. So you need to be able to do a park on the right, parallel park, reverse into a parking space, and forward into a parking space. So all them 4 manoeuvres, you need to be able to do them up to a good standard. And what they want to see off you demonstrate is good observations. So just say, for instance, you were going to do a park on the right. As you approach things, check your mirrors, signalling to change lanes, get yourself parallel the other side of the road and bring yourself back 2 car lengths. Now when you're reversing back, checking behind you at the same time. And then when you rejoin the left, checking your blind spot on the left side, make sure it's safe, and signalling to change back to lanes. That's just one example. But all the manoeuvres, they mark you for control, which is keeping the car at a slow speed, completing the manoeuvre, reasonably good standard, and observations. And observations, they want to see you looking round, checking your mirrors, checking your blind spots, making sure that you're aware of anything approaching you, because if you're aware of it, then you're more likely to slow down for anything approaching. But if you're not looking round, you're just checking that centre mirror, or you're just checking that right mirror, or you're checking that left mirror, but you're not checking around what's happening and what's approaching, and you don't start slowing down for things, then you're going to pick up possibly a serious. So do watch manoeuvre videos if you're not practicing, and just watch what people do. I'll put a couple up the top there and a couple in the description to give you an idea of what sort of things you should be doing on the actual manoeuvre, what sort of observations you should be doing. It gives you an idea of what you want to be doing. But yeah, if you don't complete it from start to finish, then you're not going to pass it. Now, quite important is if it's going wrong, and this is quite important because I remember about 4 or 5 years ago, this student came to me who failed the first driving test, and when I looked at the driving test report, it was a manoeuvre. So I said, what happened? And they said, well, I was doing reverse bay parking and everything normally goes fine, but on the test it went wrong, and when I straightened myself up, I thought it was fine, but the examiner got out and checked, and I was over the white line. So I said to him, well, did you correct it? No. Can you correct things? And the answer is yes, you can. And that person hasn't been told, they've been told to get in every time spot on, and that's fine. But if things go wrong, you can correct things. They call it shunting. So if you're reversing into a parking space and your tyres are on the white line, then consider taking the car back out of the parking space, readjusting to get yourself back in where it's neat in the middle of the bay. But remember, observations are the key. So whatever direction you're going to move to, if you're going to move out, look round to go forward. If you're going to pop it in reverse, look over your shoulders to reverse back. Okay, and that's the same for any manoeuvre. So corrections are okay to use on the driving test. You pick up a fault, but you're not going to fail if you look round. Take care and good luck with the manoeuvre on your driving test.